Hey, Robert. How's it going, dude?
Oh, so. We make ends meet here and whatnot.
Making ends meet sounds sexual. Anyway, listen, I got this problem, and you're one of the few people I know that could maybe straighten me out. I've been hearing about this guy called Edward de Vere. He was the 17th Earl of Oxford, and according to the information I got, this guy was Shakespeare. He wrote all of Shakespeare's stuff, and what do you know about this?
I shouldn't really say he did write the Shakespeare stuff. I would say that William Shakespeare actually wrote most of the stuff that is a credit to him.
Well,
there's a lot of rumors about Shakespeare and who wrote what, and there are several other names in discussion as well.
Yes.
So there was some theater guy in London at that time that is, etc. and blah 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 whatnot. And well, I doubt that the Earl of Oxford did write the stuff.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is, well, what got me interested in this subject was I downloaded a movie last week that hasn't come out yet called Anonymous, and it's supposed to be about this question, this phenomenon. And there's a lot of historical facts that I checked up that seem to jive with what this movie is saying. And more than that, what really tripped me out was that, this happened during the time of Queen Elizabeth I, during her reign. And in this movie, the guy that plays the Earl of Oxford, Edvard, it turns out he has had an affair with the Queen, right? But neither of them know that the Queen is his mother. He doesn't know that she's his mother. She doesn't know he's one of her bastard sons. Because apparently during her reign she had lots of more than one, maybe a half dozen at least bastard kids.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but since she wasn't married, they got farmed out to royal families so they'd have a good life by her main advisor. I forget his name, but for some reason he would never disclose which families got the kids to her, which explains why she sleeps with her son, which I don't think she would have if she'd known. I don't think he would have either. And let me ask you this question, though. Okay, we know that William Shakespeare, there was a real Shakespeare. He was an actor to begin with, who had a theater, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then he started, if you believe the whole deal, to perform his plays there. Correct?
Yes.
According to you and many other people.
Yeah.
Now, I pose this question to you. Since many of the plays that Shakespeare wrote were very political and had a deep insight into the mechanisms of the royal court, which a normal actor would not have, doesn't that kind of ring a question in your head? How could an actor, get all the inside shit on what's going on at the castle and turn it into a satire? You know what I mean?
Well, did he really do that?
In a way. I mean, there were several plays that were very representative.
He was very, very sensitive to portray royalties and the court on stage.
I know, but he did it. He did it. And he did it in a very cool... The only people that could really figure it out were the people that they were written about.
All right.
No, actually, that's wrong. A lot of the people in the audience knew who they were about. But he did it in such a way that you couldn't take him to court. You couldn't chop off his hands.
No.
Because he did it cool. And from what I understand, that at that time at court, the Queen's advisor, they didn't like any of these plays.
No.
Giving ideas to people.
There were periods in English history there where the theaters were closed.
They were forbidden.
Yeah, they were closed. So because there were obscenities on the stage, killings of royalties, etc. Things that wasn't really kosher.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of shit that ain't kosher these days. Even kosher food ain't kosher no more. Too many chemicals. But anyway, just to end up this short interview, to my brain. Okay, it wasn't William Blake. And according to you, it wasn't the Earl of Oxford. You firmly believe that Shakespeare's works were written, in fact, by Shakespeare, despite the fact that no one's ever found any scripts or manuscripts signed by him.
But there was a board of censors at that time in England. You couldn't print any books as you wanted. You have to have a permit to do that.
Almost like the marijuana tax stamp.
Almost. Not really, but printing and publishing were sensitive things there. And there is historical records of a certain Shakespeare asking for permission for printing certain books.
Okay.
But he could be just front guy, who knows?
Could have been a front guy.
But his name is actually in the records.
So I guess one way or the other will, yeah.
And there is a scandal magazine at that time in London, which he is referred to several times, and not as Shakespeare, but Shake Scene.
Shake Scene.
Yeah, he was shaking the scene. You know?
Aha.
So,
and it was like a scandal magazine at supermarkets.
Yeah,
but they didn't have any supermarkets.
Sort of. with the latest rumors and stories,
that's
etc.
funny stuff.
He's mentioned there as well. So you could guess just from that fact that he is
involved in.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll never really know who the real Shakespeare was, and so it doesn't really matter, really.
There will be new theories tomorrow.
Yeah, what matters is his works and what they said.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
And he's the second guy in history, or what you should say, with printed books, published books. Number one is the Bible.
And then Shakespeare.
Shakespeare number 2.
I thought in Sweden it was Kalle Anka.
And number 3 is like Agatha Christie. Those are the 3.
What was the third one?
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? There's a book called Agatha Christie?
No, it's a writer.
Agatha Christie. I thought you said Agatha Christie. Okay. I noticed we have a confused customer over here who probably needs your expert help. Well, no, nothing confusing about him. Anyway, thank you very much for another fun couple of minutes and an informative time it has been, as usual. Thank you very much. Good night and good luck.